There we go. Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to 2022. My name's Alan Patterson, and you're watching Season 9 of the Raceface.Pro GT3 Championship. Start of a new year, start of a new season, whole lot of new drivers here, and a mind-blowing new presence video for Raceface. I hope you enjoyed that. Here we are. We're at Kyalami for round 1. It's a warm, sunny day, and we've got most of the usual suspects here from the recent Kyalami 9 hours this past weekend, including the winner himself and his team. Jordan Sherritt is here. Tariq Adam is here. I don't know if driver number 3 from that team's here, but everybody else is here that we are expecting, and a whole bunch more. So lots of news, lots of updates for you. Let's just update you on what's going on and where we are. First round, it's our home race. It's Kyalami. This coming weekend, as you all know, is the real Kyalami 9 hours. We all had the 9 hours, the virtual Kyalami 9 hours last week, so most of these guys know this track with their eyes closed. It's the latest rendition of the track, with all the original names there and a couple of new ones being Crocodiles, Cheetah, Ingwe. But otherwise, yep, it's what you expect, and it's going to provide us with some awesome racing this evening. So as expected, we can see Mr. Jordan Sherritt right up at the sharp end of the stick again for GTWR. We welcome. Oh, the car came past in the pit lane. We'll welcome him back, as he was away for a couple of rounds last year, a few seasons, racing in some international events. But great to have the man back. Second on the grid at the moment, with just under 18 minutes, 17 minutes, 15 seconds to go. It's his teammate Tariq Adam, also for GTWR. He's half a second back. And then third at the moment in the pits, it's Daniel Rowe representing the almighty Hybrid Academy X5 team. Fourth, Ryan Ottens. Not anymore. Aaron Patterson goes up into 4th for PWSR Alpha. A little bit of a shuffle happening in that team for 2022, and I'll enlighten you on that. Ryan Ottens in 5th, also for Hybrid Academy ZA. Ryan and Daniel, teammates. 6th place, it's Bago for Hybrid Academy X5. I actually need to get clarity on that, because I think they're all X5 at the moment. Maybe somebody on the YouTube can help. So Daniel Rowe, X5. Hang on. Ryan Ottens is Hybrid Academy ZA. So Bago is X5, which is a teammate to Daniel Rowe. 7th at the moment, it's Gideon Redder for KSR Vibe. Also very colourful looking and great looking livery there. 8th, Brandon Kruger in the pits for Kinetic Simworks, the first of the Kinetic Simworks guys. 9th place, it's Mr. JW Volschenk, and look at that, he's in a PWSR BMW M4 GT3, and that's PWSR Bravo. It's a new addition to our team. We've decided to arm up for 2022, and I think this is a very, very powerful addition to the team. 10th place at the moment, here we have Mac van der Merwe from KSR Vibe Squad. 11th, it's Morgan McCall for ATK Sim Racing in the huge, big, throbbing Merc AMG GT3. 13th place, Christian Deploy for Kinetic Simworks Racing C Squared. This is our social media specialist and graphics specialist, who's helped with a lot of the graphics and overlays that you can see on the screen, and very thankful to him for monitoring and updating Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. 15th place, it's Carl Kibbett first of the Porsches, and racing for STR Esports. Justin Lotus just coming out for Hybrid Academy. Also slightly different livery on that BMW, but great to see. A bit of variance. Sean Skitter, yeah, he comes for Racing Team Astra. Bernard Benzie King, Kinetic Simworks Racing Talk. Back again. 20th, Tinan Kobe, here he is, and look, he's also in a BM racing for Maz. And then the rest of the fields. In total at the moment I have 34 people on the grid. And we're down to 13.5 minutes left. So Jordan Sherritt back out to 139.7 at the moment, and I see Tariq has closed in on him slightly. Tariq Adam 4/10 off that. Kieran Patterson not that far back, and have a look at the top of the grid at the moment. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth place, all Aston Martins. Ninth, the first of the BMWs. Then 2 more Aston Martins, then more BMWs. The first of any other car is 15th place at the moment. Morgan McCall in the Mercedes, and Mr. Kivett in the Porsche, and then a Lexus of Sean Skitter down in 19th place. So, yeah. Aston Martin's on point at this track at the moment. I'm going to take this opportunity to say good evening to you all on the YouTube channel. Ahoy. Ashley, how's it? Great to see you, buddy. CR Fenter, sorry man, sorry you missing the first round. It is what it is. Paul Gerber, hello. BMW versus Aston Martin, defos. But yeah, let's see what happens, and let's see where it goes. By the way, I just want to make a little shout out to our movie man, Mr. Chris DeSantis. He's currently in the Pro-Am race this evening, and thanks to him for the new video, the new Raceface presents and countdown videos, just doing what he loves doing, and personally I think it's a stunning video. Hello Jason, how are you, my man? Thanks for joining. Right, so no change at the moment. Top 5 as it is. Except we've got Kieran in the pits. Kieran Patterson, EWSR in the pits. Top 10 pretty much how we were about 5 or 6 minutes ago. Jason Gray, here's the young man in a McLaren, so the McLaren's right down at the back end. However, that doesn't mean to say they're not going to do well. It's just at this track we have obviously a huge bit of domination going on with the Astons. But let me give you a little update, if you haven't seen on social media, etc., what is happening this season. So we start off here at Kyalami. Round 2, going to Brands Hatch in England. So a little bit of a short but undulating track, and a complete different track from Kyalami. Round 3, we're heading off to Zolder in Belgium. That's a tight and twisty track, and we'll have to see how well the Astons and the BMWs perform there. Round 4, off to Italy, to Imola. High speed fast track. Round 5, over the road to the Cathedral of Speed, Monza. Round 6, Angara Ring in Hungary. Very tricky, very technical track, very tough to overtake. Single racing line 3/4 of the way round. Round 7, off we go to Nürburgring in Germany, and we end off the season round 8 at back in the UK at Silverstone. So that's your rounds for this season. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Astons and BMs deal with that going throughout the... Right, just under 10 minutes to go. I've got a bit of a yellow flag here at the opening first sector. Jordan goes back in the pits. Tariq Adam just going through Leocorp. 4/10 off the pace. But there or thereabouts. Kieran hanging on to third for PWSR. Daniel Rowe, new liveried Aston Martin for Hybrid Academy X5 cars, as you can see. They look fantastic. I'm glad that there is a bit of variance in their purple and blue colors, so the cars look very different for this season. And Johan Vega Krobler up heat pumps into 5th place, and there he is in the matching X5 Hybrid Academy Aston Martin. So they certainly bring in the fight from as the reigning champions from last season. Yeah, sorry Jason, know what you're up to, and I feel for you, buddy, but hopefully I'll help you get through the next an hour actually, so enjoy, man. Jason McGregor for Hybrid Academy ZA, black cars with some blue highlights, so that's that color scheme for the ZA team. Try and see what the other ones are. Christian Deploy, the Kinetic Simworks Racing C-Square cars, that's how they were last season. Gideon Renner, KSR Vibe, I do like this BMW, very bright and colorful, and certainly will be spotted around the track. Great to see some awesome effort going into these liveries. Mike van der Merwe, KSR Vibe Squad. Same team, opposite livery. Very cool. Justin Lotus, here he is for Hybrid Academy. And there's a little bit of drama in T1. Also slightly different colors, which is great. Green highlights on the grey livery. Jaco Nordier, he is here for Kinetic Simworks in a BMW. I beg your pardon, Lexus. Johannes Kralen, the Leritas Racing. Eric Kirstein, look at that. Team Tryhard TTHR. Sorry, he's moved across from the Ferrari from last season and also into an Aston Martin. He's going to try and fire that flag up. Edit Westhuizen for Black Widow Racing. He's in one of the Works BMW liveries. Conrad Volskank for Hawks Polizia. It's the Fez, it's the Roses. There we go. Very, very trick and cool livery done for them. Police. Shaba Mashigo, here he is for Faster Than You Racing. These guys also did very well at the 9 hour. So great to see him in for season 9. John LaRue, he's the other Roses out on the track. Hawks, Polizia. Here we go, cars look fantastic. Conor McGregor, this will be a new name, and that's it. He's also in a PWSR livery. Down at the bottom at the moment. This is his first proper competitive league race after migrating across from console. And he's got, I think it's 7 years experience in various racing and sims. He did partake in the... I didn't, sorry. I'm thinking of someone else. But he has joined up with JW Volskank in PWSR Bravo to enforce our team. So hopefully he'll back JW up and be up at the sharp end of the stick with Kieran and Byron. 5 minutes and counting. Jordan Sherritt, a 1:39.7. Tariq Adam closes in slightly. It's only 3.5 tenths back now. So Tariq getting there. He's getting quicker. But Jordan's getting quicker. And Tariq is getting quicker. Morgan McCall getting the Merc into the top 10. He's in 9th place. So, 10 Aston Martins and 1 Mercedes and 1 BMW. Wow. Thanks to everybody for joining on the YouTube channel. Great to have you here. And hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It only helps. It's exposure for the sport. So, and you'll get notified when there's some cool racing going on. He's up on a Delta at the moment. Christian Deploy for Kinetic Simworks. Around the final corner through Ingwe, and he is up at 10th. Currently 9/10 off the time. He goes 8/10, stays in 6th place. Christian stays there. Oh, Jason McGregor goes back to pits. Hannes Krailing. Celeritas Racing. Johannes Krailing in the BMW M4 GT3. He is currently 3/10 up as he goes into the 3rd sector. 22nd, 1.9 seconds off the pace, but this should help him improve if he can get this all the way down to the line. Black BMW with lime green stripes, highlights. Good looking car. And he's still carrying 2.5 tenths. It comes through Crocodiles. Heading up towards this horrible little right-hander called Cheetah. There we saw somebody in the sand trap. Now braking hard for the left turn. Ingwe onto the start-finish line. And he is still up 2 tenths. Let's see if he improves from 22nd. He does. He goes up 3 places to 19th place. So that helped. Every little bit helps. One else currently. I'll give it at the moment. He is quick on the Porsche. In the Porsche. STR Esports. And he's currently a 10th up. Carry this round as he goes into the middle sector. Hey Avara, good evening. Yes, all the Aston Martins, there's a pile of them. And all of this just because of GTWR and the Kyalami 9 hours. I'll tell you what, before the 9 hours, there weren't that many out on track. It was a BMW fest, and then that little car got nerfed. Tyre model package got nerfed. It just, it lost a second between Christmas and now. But Aston Martin certainly working. Mac Vanamova, look at the timing screen. Up into 8th place in his BMW. Gideon Rennie in 12th in his BMW. Watching Carl Kivet, STR Esports. He's literally a fraction up on his Delta. Let's see if he can improve. Currently matching Gideon Renner's time for 12th. Does he stay 13th? No, he doesn't. He goes ahead of Gideon Renner. He takes 1 position away. So that's the quickest Porsche up into 12th place. Also on a quick lap at the moment. The youngster, Connor Alexander, through the final turn. He's almost half a second up on his time. Down in 32nd for PWSR, and he comes over the grid and he goes up to 30th. So he makes up a bit of time. Still got more he's got to make up. Brandon Kruger, he is now carrying some 3.5 tenths at into the 3rd sector for Kinetic Simworks. Also subtle change on the Kinetic Simworks cars. Thankfully, this has gone to a light grey from the normal purplish color, and that also looks stunning. So good to see some new power teams and liveries out there. Right. We go through the Crocodiles. Through GT's 4 tenths up. Does manage to hang on to it. Comes down to Ingwe, final turn. He carries this. He's going to go from 17th to like 8th or 9th. You'll watch this. 7th to 7th. He jumps 10 positions. Great lap. Huge. Yeah, Paul, I agree. Boring, but quick car. Well, I don't know. It hasn't always been quick. It's certainly been boring. I mean, it's always been the safety car. It was the first car I started racing with when I started, and that was now just over 2 years ago. So I've just never known it to be super, super quick. And I think Jordan surprised, GTWR surprised everyone on the weekend, because it was normally an Audi Porsche fest, and wow, did the Aston go like the clappers. So Egan, good evening. Good to see you here, and good to hear you recovering and coming back to health. Jordan Sherritt going around for another lap. He's not up. I'm looking for anybody who's up. Don't see anybody, so time for now. Gideon Renner, possibly. He's in 14th, and he... that's how to end a lap in spectacular style. Way to go, Gideon. Anybody else? Tina and Kobe. Yeah, he stopped. Right. So, you believe it'll be all of us. Jordan's just cruising around for his liking, and just to make cars all set and ready. And there we go. Onto the grid. I'm convinced that I'm sure it'll be cleared by race control. We do have live stewarding. We're back with that, so everything should be working as normal. 2.5 minutes to go. Let's see if I could hear. A bit of a lockout on front row of the grid. GTWR, right and left. It's Jordan and Tariq. Scrolling back. Daniel Rowe pops up into 3rd, pushing Kieran Patterson back to 4th. Bago, yeah, on the inside. 5th place. Christian Deploy in 6th next to him. Kruger against the pit wall. Ryan Ottens in 8th. Mac van der Merwe on the right hand side, the first of the BMs, and Jason McGregor rounds out your top 10. Morgan McCall against the pit wall in 11th. Byron Kutze in 12th on the outside. Then the Porsche of Kyle Kibbett. Gideon Renner in his BM. Martin Rattenbach, right hand side. Left hand side, Kralin. H. van Beek, right hand side. Christopher Radloff here with his light blue BMW. JW Volskenk, BM. Justin Lotus, BM. Jacques Naudier in 21st in the Lexus. Eddie Kirstein comes across from Ferrari to Aston. And Dwayne van Schalkbeck in the green Porsche. The rest of the field, Skitter and company. So there we go. Start those engines. This will be the usual 90-minute race with a compulsory pit stop. So pit strategy is coming into play. Whether the guys are going to be doing 50-50, safe race, 70-30, or even bigger 80-20. There's a couple of guys that like running long. Who knows? We'll see shortly. Good. Some drama. Internet goes up and down. Fiber internet in Parklands, but I'm stable. Pushing out 13 megs, so feel free to pump up your stream quality to the maximum you can send it, 1440p 60 HD. Alright, here we go. Jordan pulling off. I'm sure he left in second there, literally. And Tariq going with him. Field pulls off. We're about to start Season 9, the Raceface.Pro GT3 Championship. Big thanks to our sponsors, which are cycling in the top right-hand corner. They're all part of the package that brings you this whole package. Raceface's hosting environment, Raceface itself, the media, the social media, the videoing, the live streaming, etc., etc. A lot of work goes in behind the scenes. We've also got. We also take this opportunity to say thanks to our live stewards. Wishing them a good evening. Hopefully, it's not too rough and complicated. Barra, where's your livery? What did you design any liveries for any guys in this race, or are you not racing because of shedding, or what's happening? Up to Leeuwkop we go. Awesome looking picture. Some stunning looking cars coming here towards us. GTWR versus Hybrid Academy versus Kinetic Simworks versus PWSR versus ATK, KSR Vibe. Yes, we're in for a good season, some good close racing, and the nature and quality of these drivers, these guys are very respectful to each other. However, they're also very competitive, so guys are going to want to try and get wins as quickly as possible. So let's hope everything goes according to plan. Here we're going to go. We'll sit in 5th place with Bega Krobler. So a couple of cars back. Aston Martin, the second of the two Hybrid Academy Aston Martins there. Go forward to Kieran Patterson so that we can see the leaders. Here we go. Getting ready, down the straight, green lights. Yes, there we go, green light, we're going. GTWR front row, but they're side by side. Jordan on the inside, Tarek on the outside. Tarek falls in behind him, so round Crowthorne we go. Status quo looks as it is, with Daniel Rose slotting into 3rd where he started, Kieran Patterson 4th. Bega Krobler, it's not. That's a change. It is. It's Christian Deploy who's moved up. Let the timing screen catch up with everything. It has a little bit of a hiccup. No, Christian Deploy, he goes up into 5th place, passing Bega Krobler and Ryan Ottens, I think. So a bit of a change, but look, the GTWR cars are up and running. Daniel Rowe going and Kieran Patterson looking. Hard on the brakes through Crowthorne, they all go. Right behind him is Christian Deploy, also looking to make a gap. Go to the helicopter view. Almost the first lap done, and it looks pretty clean. There's a big gap going back to the last 3 cars. I think there could have been some dramas for some people further back, but pretty much the whole field, great first lap, clean, no touching, no bumping, no dramas. So here we come to the start finish line through Cheetah, through Ingwe, and wow, look at Christian Deploy putting a huge amount of pressure on the back of Kieran Patterson. Vega Krobler is also a little bit further away. But there we go, first lap done and dusted. Christian Deploy looking very racy. Looking up the inside, but deciding against it and taking the normal racing line. Going to just stay with this bunch because there's definitely going to be some chopping and changing happening here. Yep, Paul Fenter, how's it, buddy? Aston up, my man. But it's good racing. Look at this. See how Daniel Rowe puts up with a huge amount of matching added pressure now with Patterson right there and behind him Deploy. So lots of attack coming. It's just relentless right now. Oh, I'm sure Deploy had such a good drive through there. He got a little bit of a tap on the back of Patterson. Here comes a send into Leocorp and everybody breaks. I'll tell you what, guys at this level, they're so in touch with what's going on underneath them. They all pile into the corner at the same speed, and the Concertini effect is almost nullified. So huge race quality, race skill happening right now, and it's awesome to watch. I will go and look up and down the entry list shortly. Look at the GTWR pair. They're up the road by a second almost. 2.5 seconds, in fact. Daniel Rowe hanging on to third and then just behind. And have a look here. We've got Ryan Ottens for Hybrid Academy, and he's looking up the inside of Vega Krobler. Nothing can happen here. These guys are all similar skilled. You've got to make a huge mistake. There is that huge mistake for the BMW. Mac van der Merwe. Where is he? There he comes. Oh, he was so far out there. And now he's got Morgan McCall in the big black Mercedes right underneath his wing. So, was a little bit of a drama there. Going up ahead again. She was. This is awesome racing. Okay, drop down a little bit. Christopher Radloff in the blue and grey BMW, looking at the back of Byron Kutze in the PWSR car. This is 14th and 13th. These guys chasing Carl Kivet in the Porsche. Super clean. Look how close it is. This is awesome stuff. Yeah, I'm going back up to the front. Kieran Patterson managing to get a little bit of a gap on Christian Deploy and going with Daniel Rowe. That gap out by half a second. As we look a little bit further back, everybody kind of nose to tail, and we've done 4 laps. Started at least 3 laps already. Got you, Avaro. Yeah, tough, man, this load shedding. Certainly is this. Oh, Kieran. Oh, wow, that was close. He was looking and he almost tapped the back of Daniel Rowe. That was a huge avoidance and a huge miss. Wow. That's allowed that gap to get eliminated. Kieran had a huge look at the end of the straight and was on his way. I think Daniel Rowe just closed the door. I know exactly how Kieran felt there. It's happened to me a few times. Looking back at Ryan Ottens. Look at this. Oh, he goes up the side. Oh, they're side by side through Clubhouse, and he decides to pull out of it. Ryan Ottens and Vega Krobler going at each other. Mac van der Merwe, the first of the non-Astons in the big BMW. And, oh, I see there's an overtake that's happened. So, Morgan McCall's gone through. We're going to go and see that happen if I can. Yes, here we go. 30 seconds back. So we're at Clubhouse. Changing car to Morgan McCall and going on to helmet view. We just sailed right past before we even got to the Essies. It was weird. Mac van der Merwe literally just gave him that position. So possibly something happened prior to that that we never saw. But anyway, going back live shortly. There we go, over the line. Everything's still normal. Christian deploy, but Bega Krobler closing in on the back of Christian. And see bottom end of the grid, what's happening. Frank Skull back in the pits, so he's not in this race. Daniel Erasmus for Hybrid Academy in 33rd at the moment. Conrad Polskenk is with him. I suspect these guys might have had a an issue at the start of the race. Oh, Tina and Kobe. Look at this. Tina and Kobe in the BMW looking ahead at Van Wyk, who's looking at Gray. Hannes Van Wyk for BWR2 Black Widow Racing, and youngster Jason Gray, our sailor specialist in the McLaren. Jason representing Retro Esports. Oh, look. Oh, Van Wyk around the outside. Jason Gray on the inside. And that's allowing Kubi in the big BMW. No, he doesn't take advantage. So here they come down to Crocodiles. Jason Gray running defensive with the McLaren, and Van Wyk taking the quicker line. Comes out of Crocodiles and he's almost next to Gray. Has to fall back in line as they come through Cheetah. Everybody knows to tell. Oh, one of the Polizia cars further back there, Jay LaRue. A little bit of a tank slapper, but he catches it. Fourteenth place. Let's have a look at Christopher Radloff. He's in amongst the traffic right here. Christopher Radloff looking at Kivit, the Porsche, which you can see in this train of cars. They're super close. He's got Byron Kutzer behind him. Field nose to tail, I tell you what. Super close. Ahead, Morgan McCall. That was ahead of him. Oh, it is ahead of him. Look at this. Ottens, Christian Deploy, Brandon Kruger. This is for 5th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Wow, are these guys close? Oh, they're all over the place. Oh, and there's a bit of contact, but he knocked him straight. Oh, come on, get it going. Get it started, Ryan. He can't start it. He's got to actually stop the car to get the car to fire again. There it goes. Go back 30 seconds and watch him come down from Leocorp. Here he comes. Through Crocodiles. Tries to send one. Locks the car up. It goes sideways, and there's a bit of a tap onto the other Aston Martin. Oh, sorry, that was on Ryan Otten. So he got tapped by the grey car. Not entirely sure. I'll catch up and let you know that was. Oh, there's a whole lot of happening, a whole lot of drama here. I think it was Brandon Kruger actually. It was the grey car, I think, that one. So we'll wait to see if a penalty gets handed out for that. He's just up ahead of him, Christian Deploy. Oh, they're next to each other, him and Daniel Rowe, I think. What's all happening here? These guys need to be careful. There's the ATK Mercedes right in amongst them. Trying to bring you the action. Morgan McCall, there he is. He's right on the back of. It's not Bago Krobler. So that's Christian. I don't know who that is. I'll tell you shortly once the screens catch up. Yeah, it is Christian Deploy. And right behind him, Mac van der Merwe looking for a pass here, Cheetah. Jeez, these guys are now putting foot down. They want to make positions up. Now what's all going on? Brandon Kruger currently in 5th, just behind Daniel Rowe. I think Brandon Kruger will get a penalty for that tip and bump with Ryan Ottens. And just keep my eyes peeled on the steward's room. Got nothing yet at the moment, so I think stewards are busy investigating, and we'll come back with a response as soon as they've got something, for sure. But okay, 1 minute 7, so we've been going for just over 15 minutes. Jordan Sherritt, there he is, DTWR, and wow, you can't see Tariq Adam. Yes, you can. There he is. So the gap, 2 seconds between the GTWR teamies, and they then in turn are 8 seconds up the road from Kieran Patterson, who's having a pretty lonely race in 3rd at the moment. The best of the rest, if we put it that way. Daniel Rowe, however, that man has had dramas, and they're all over him. Like jam on peanut butter. I mean, it's outrageous, in fact. If you didn't know any better, you'd probably say Daniel Rowe was holding this whole crowd up a little bit, but obviously had a moment and he can't drive the gap back out. So, YouTube, JC Krobler, how's it? Hey, Tozy, how's it, man? Only Astons and BMs. Well, competitively, the Mercedes is there, and then you got to look far back to find anything else, man. There we go. There's a penalty. Let me catch up and see what that's for and who it's for. Anything here? Further down the grid, so gotta go down here somewhere. Oh, it's Tina and Kubi. Stop go 30. Here he is in the BMW. That must have been handed. That's speeding in the pit lane, because you can see he's got a green next to him. So he's gone in too quick, or he's come out too quick, and that's put paid to his attack. So tough luck there, buddy. Okay, let's go back up to this battle. Bego Krobler. Sorry, it's Christian Deploy looking at the back of Bego Krobler. And right behind Christian Deploy is Morgan McCollum, the big Mercedes. I'm kind of just assuming that there is a live steward. Or stewards at least, so I haven't seen anything pop up yet for that early issue, but let's see what transpires. Looking down the grid, oh, Mr. Padlock, 11th. Yeah, he's in this train, man. Look at that, here he comes. Right under Jason McGregor in another Aston just up ahead of him. Mac van der Merwe, the BMW. Catch up, Mr. Cameraman, thank you. Ahead of him. Christian Deploy. Oh, it's Bego Krobler under immense pressure now. Christian is right there. Going to helmet cam. He gets a bit squirrely. The ATK Mercedes is on his right hand side. No, there it is behind him. Christian positioning this Aston exactly where it needs to be. 3 clubhouse they go. And look in the digital rearview mirror, it's just a 3-star. The one and only, the ATK Mercedes. Up to Leocorp, aim for the tree. Hit the braking marker. Turn it in, late apex, and climb on it. looking at the deltas to try and find some close dices. These guys are very close, but you could choose any one of 6 cars behind them. Van der Merwe, McGregor, Radloff. Oh, that BMW. Mac Van der Merwe, how did he catch that? Watch this. Just watch this. Oh, he hits the curb. He catches it. Everybody else scrambles behind him. Nobody spins. Incredible. And the pass has been done. That's Jason McGregor who takes a position away. Wow. Talk about avoiding action. That was supreme stuff. And everybody missed him and nobody spun. Radloff. I mean, can't get much closer than in the boot. Yep, 1/10 to come through Sunset. We're almost at the hour mark. Oh, there's a lot of hard braking going on there into Clubhouse. Gee whiz. Thought there was a bit of contact. Going to be something if he gets a drive up to Leeuwkop. It's all on. It is all on. And the gap is big. Didn't get too much of a drive there. Through Leeuwkop we go. Rick Adam, 2.6 seconds of Jordan, so I think they're just having a bit of fun up front. And they're 11 seconds up the road from Patterson, who in turn is 4.5 seconds up the road from Daniel Rowe for hybrid. So that's your top 4, top 5, who knows, because there's certainly going to be some changes. Okay, let's go and see what else is going on. Closeness. Bega Grobler. ATK, Bega Grobler, all 4 of them. Look at this. Christian Deploy now feeling the pressure. Bega Grobler's looking. Bringing McCall with him in the Mercedes. All 4 of them 2/10 apart as they hammer through the first sector. And onwards they go. On to 23rd. Bernard King, Burnsy. Cameraman's catching up. Oh, and Mr. Miller's got a stop go. Also for speeding in the pit lane. The Burnsy King for Kinetic Simworks Racing Talk. And he's now in the back of Nordea's Lexus. Right behind him is the youngster Connor Alexander for PWSR. And he's looking and looking and fresh into this as a first league race. Doing well considering the field he's in against. Currently in 24th with Sechaba Mashigo right behind him in the Porsche. And I mean right behind him, as you can see there in the background. Oh, Burnsy closing in on the back of Nordea. Jump up to 13th. JW Volkskenk. Oh, look at these 3. Oh, my word. Gideon Renner. And he's got JW Volkskenk right under his tail wing. It's BMW, and then Aston Martin of Byron Kutzer. So, Radloff looking big in the mirrors and JW looking for a way past. Hard braking into Crowthorne. Here we go. You know what? If you make one mistake at this moment with these kind of... And JW does ascend up the inside. Doesn't work though. Gideon Renner. JW Volkskenk had to back out of that. And Gideon Renner holds his position. JW comes sliding through Sunset. And he's got Byron Kutz in the Aston Martin right behind him. So 2 teammates in PWSR right there. And charging. 21st. It was Tyson. What's happening? Yeah, in the works BMW for Black Widow Racing. And he is right under the wing of Mr. Eddie Kirstein, who's Team try hard in a Aston Martin and no longer in the Ferrari. Close. Okay, 16th, Martin Reitenbach. Kinetic Simworks Racing, and he's looking at Kralin just up ahead of him. You can literally select any one of a dozen pairs of cars and they're within 2 or 3 tenths of each other right now. So I'm trying hard just to keep the action on the screen. Christian just passed Lego. I did. Sorry, Venter. So, Christian, how far back was it? Oh, never mind. We won't go to replays, but there we go. So, Christian gets past Vega Krobler and up into 6th place. Thanks everybody for joining us on the YouTubes. Grand to have you here. Please click on that thumbs up, click on the like button. Love to have you. Enjoy the banter and also subscribe so that you don't miss any of the racing this season. I've got a feeling based on what we're seeing here, it's not going to be domination like it was last season. A couple of new teams trying to bring the fight to Kinetic Simworks and Hybrid Academy. Yeah, you want to stay in touch with this lot for season 9 here at Raceface.Pro. Jordan, some updates on times. Current, at least the last lap, a 141.1. Best, a 140.2 race pace. Correct, Adam, a 140.5 race pace. He's lost a 142, pretty much lapping the same time, Jordan. And they have both in turn passed the BMW. I think that's Darren Mulder. So Tariq Adam kind of hanging on and doing the same performance times in Aston. Third place, it's Kieran Patterson. Last lap, a 141.4. Best, a 141.3. So he is the best part of 8 tenths off the GTWR cars up ahead. But still good effort. And let's look at Brandon Kruger here. Look at them, they paired up. Here we go. Brandon Kruger looking at Daniel Rowe now and closing in. I don't see any live stewards or any comments, so I don't think we have anybody stewarding. Excuse me. So Ryan Ottens, I think who it was that got that that little tap into Crocodiles. He's going to have to lodge for that, I'm sure. This is awesome, good, clean racing. Let's go and look at Morgan. Morgan looking at Bago. And the Mercedes is here. Well, I can go back also to Radloff, who's looking at McGregor right behind. Everybody's so close right now. Through sunset they come. Bago doing everything he knows out the book to keep that Mercedes at bay. Besides positioning the car in the right place on the track, it's also got to have the correct pace through the various sectors. He's certainly on pace. He's running a little defensive up to Leocorp there. Morgan spins around the outside, but nothing transpires. Down they come, down the mine shaft. Flat sticks, here they come. Morgan had to think about it going into crocodiles. He's just trying to rattle Bega, I'd say. They come here through Cheetah. All miss the little curb, and now Morgan's sending it up the inside, and it's a big send. I think Bega had to lift there, and Morgan, my word, Bega comes out better. Morgan backed out of that. It's incredible. Cars in the pits, I can hear them. That Shaba Mashigo, who has completed his drive-through, stop go for speeding in the pit lane. Just staying with Morgan because he's showing intent right now. He's definitely wanting to pass Bago, try and get going to chase down on Christian Deploy, who is now up the road by almost 3 seconds. We watch from a helicopter view and see subtle different lines as they come through Sunset Clubhouse. Oh, look how close that Aston gets behind. It's Jason McGregor. Now, this is it. Morgan wants a good drive out of the bottom of the Essies, and he does get a good drive. You can see him closing in. Bago's going to run defensive for sure. Morgan looks up the inside, but he's not close enough. Aston behind, super close, but not enough. And now we're going to see some action in crocodiles. Watch this. Gregor in the behind, Hybrid Academy, the black and blue car. He's going, hold my bear. Watch this. Right, 2 crocodiles, nose to tail. Now Cheetah, don't hit the curb. They all missed the curb. Now down to Ingwe. Morgan's looking. Behind, we've got Radloff in the BMW going around the outside of McGregor. Good stuff. Avara, you felt good when you got a 147 dead. Oh, look at that in the background. Oh, they're side by side into Crowthorne. That's the BMs of Radloff and Van der Merwe. And now that's allowed a little bit of a gap between the back of the ATK Mercedes and McGregor. Jeez, Morgan once passed. That's just behind him. Right, we've got pitters. Ryan Ottens in early. So Ryan trying to do maybe an undercut, and he is pitted. In early and down to 29th as the pack comes right past. Morgan going through every page of the book to try and see where's Bago making a mistake. How is he going to get past this accident? You can imagine the frustration because they're both going. I mean, let me give you lap times for it. Bago Krobler last lap, a 143 dead. Morgan a 143 dead. Quickest a 141.5 and a 141.4. So that's how much they're slaying each other up. They're 1.5, almost 2 seconds off their pace while they're running defensive lines. And now it looks like he's got him. He's right there. Here we go down the main straight through the kink. This is where he had a huge drama in the Kyalami 9 hour, did Morgan. Oh, he's going right up against the pit wall and he sends it up the inside. Is he going to stop the car? He runs deep. Bago undercuts. He comes back next to him. Oh my word, how good is that? So overtake happens and Bago saw it coming, gave him the room, and then did the undercut and a controlled drive out of Crowthorne through Yuxgane Barbecue, and it's it carries on for another lap. Bago slightly wide through Sunset, full defensive line. Morgan has to follow him. They move across to Clubhouse. Bago running defensive. Morgan has to lift. Look behind how they all concertina up. Oh, Morgan's got a drive here into the Essies. They side by side. Oh, there's a bit of contact right there, and that's not. That's going to be referred to the stewards for sure. Vega goes straight through the pit, at least through the SEs. He turned in and gonna have a look at that replay. I mean, they're both racing each other, but Morgan gets a huge drive, pulls out, and he's clearly right next to the Aston. He's side by side, double contact, and that pushes Vega out a little bit wide. Vega's carried on, he's run through, he catches it, he comes out the other side, there he is, and now he's dropping like a stone, and I think he's it's two PWSR cars going, no, one of them. So Vega in 12th, and see he's carrying the number 1 car, so I'm sure he's going to be a bit peeved about that, but I don't know. What do you guys say on the YouTube about that? Let's have some debates, boys. 47 minutes, so we're almost at the halfway mark. Lots of cars in the pits. Rautenbach, Renner, Byron Kutzer, they're pitting. We've got Ryan Ottens, the first of the quick pitters, down in 29th. So we're going to have to see where he comes up and how he comes up the grid, having done the early pit stop. Jason McGregor here in 8th. Oh, hang on, I'm going to drop to Justin Lotus. Justin Lotus in the black and green Hybrid Academy BMW. And he's got Kralin just up ahead, but he's got... oh, they're lapping a Porsche there, I think, yes. Yep, I agree. I think it was a bit of a racing incident. I don't think you can put anyone to blame. They were side by side as they went into the first of the SEs. And it was just it was door handles, mirrors, and that bounce was a little bit big for the Bago car, and he went off into the pits, into the sand. So lost a few positions, but I'm glad I'm not a steward, and I will not say or put any input into that, except in my opinion it was a good, clean racing incident, and unfortunately he got the raw end of the deal there. Further up ahead, Brandon Kruger looking ahead 8 tenths off the back of Daniel Rowe and 8 tenths ahead of Christian Deploy. So they're all circulating. I'm going to go and find a closer dice at the moment, which is Peter West, 17th. Peter Westhuizen, he's got this Lexus of Nodir right behind him. Byron Kutzer, stop go 30 for speeding out of the pit lane. I'm just gonna, I'll just bite my lip and not say anything, because that's my worst. Throwing away time on track because you sped, because your pit lane limiter didn't engage, or you took it off too early, whatever, I don't care. Okay, place Christian Deploy into the pits, the first of the fast guys, the first of the leading pack, comes in from 6th. Nodir in the Lexus, he's close now, pushing hard through Cheetah, and he heads off to the pits. So Nodir peels off, and in he comes. There we go. Pits are definitely going to light up right now. Kralin in 13th. Kralin. Super close on the back of Jason McGregor's Aston Martin. 4 tenths apart at the moment. Yep, I agree. It's kind of what it looked like to me. Well, he really couldn't close the door because Morgan McCall was well up his inside. They were side by side as they went into the SE, so Morgan had every right to be there. And they could have gone through that whole complex side by side. They were giving each other room. Right, deploys out the pits in 20 seconds. And somebody else has just got to stop go. Hold down to see what's happening. I don't think there is anybody else. Byron Kutz has still got to do his. He hasn't come into the pits yet. Daniel Rowe in 4th place, 9 seconds off the back of Patterson's car in 3rd. And Mr. Kruger 1.3 seconds back. There he is. So good clean racing and close racing happening here. Back to Krayling in 13th. He's pushing the BM hard to try and get past Jason McGregor's Aston. Right, we're at 41, just under 42 minutes, so coming up to a halfway point. Listen, 80-minute race, 1 required pit stop, a compulsory pit stop. You can do in it what you please, although I think you have to take fuel, but you can run the risk of running tires or change tires, that's up to you. And we saw last season, oh dear, there goes McGregor, and Krayling makes the pass through Clubhouse. McGregor ran super wide with the Aston Martin, and that allowed the BM through. Turek had him into the pits from 2nd. I wonder where people are getting it wrong. I wonder if it's entry or exit. Byron Kutz into the pits for his stop go. Jason Gray into the pits for his pit stop. So here's Ryan Ottens on his drive back after that little bit of a tap and a little slide. We were watching him do that on the stream, and I tell you, I found it most strange that he couldn't start the car up while it was rolling. He literally had to steer off the racing line, stop the car completely before he could fire it up. And I'm sure you can start the Aston while it's rolling. So I don't know. I'm not too sure what happened there. Right, McGregor into the pits from 17th. Here's Jordan Sherrod still leading. He has done 23 laps. Last lap of 141.4. So him and Kieran Patterson. They're the only 2 drivers at the moment doing 141s. Kieran also hasn't pitted, who's in 2nd. So Rick had pitted, so Kieran's trying the undercut. He's going to, or looks like he's trying to go longer. 3rd now, Daniel Rowe. Daniel Rowe's last lap of 142.2. Brendan Kruger in 4th at 142.2. Not that far back of Daniel Rowe, there he is. Morgan McCall still to pit to 142.5 and running in open air now. So he's getting quicker. He's quickest to 141. And Mac van der Merwe into 6th place with the first of the BMWs for KSR Vibe Squad. So Mac van der Merwe doing really well in the BM, and there he pulls into pits, as does JW Volskenk right behind him. So both of them kill in. Radloff goes through, and he's going to go up into 6th place. They go 1.6 seconds back in 7th. There he is just behind him. Looking at Ryan Ottens here, and he's having a huge dice with Jason. No, that is Ryan Ottens, sorry, and he's going past the BMW, I think, of Mr. Erasmus. Yes. So, Ryan Ottens gets a big pass done on that BMW for 23rd place. And there's a whole bunch of cars up ahead and another one. That's the leader. So we've just seen, I just saw Jordan Sherritt peel in. So Jordan Sherritt in pretty much 2 laps past halfway mark. There's Kieran. Here he comes. He's coming around the kink of Cheetah and he's not following. So Kieran's running this thing as far as he can. He's not going to take over the lead. And onwards he goes. That last lap of 141.6. The Kieran now picking the pace up and running super quick as the car lightens up. And looking very comfortable out there. Daniel Rowan, 2nd place. He's just come over the line through the kink and he's 11.5 seconds back. And also running long. And Morgan McCall now up into 3rd place. Through the kink he goes. His last lap of 142.2. Daniel Rowe 142.3. So Morgan is closing that gap on Daniel Rowe. He is etching into that. And with 36 minutes left, we'll definitely see that does come to fruition later on. Yo, Jason. Yeah, the entry, I agree. It is short, but you know, you come through Cheetah and you know there's the entry. You can see the pit lane limiter. It's up to you to get on the brakes, man, and be in first. There's no excuse, in my opinion, for getting a drive-through. Really, there isn't. All you need to do is bang the car into first, even if you're still at 80. Put it in first gear and press that button, and the car will come down to 50 k's an hour automatically. So as long as you've slowed on your brake pedal sufficiently, it should work. And you need to do that before you get to the pit lane limiter. I think a lot of people are dropping the pit lane limiter early when they're leaving the pits, and I think that's possibly what's causing some drama for these guys. Okay, Sean Skitter, let's drop here to 6th. And alright, he's following our leader who's out. So Tariq Adam, Jordan Sherritt in and out the pits, and he's out in 3rd place. So I'm sure he will re-inherit the lead unless he has a drama. Morgan McCall into the pits from 2nd. He's trying to get it done, and Kieran carries on. This is where Jordan needs to keep everything intact, keep out of other people's races, not make any mistakes, and that'll just see him float all the way back up to the sharp end of the stick. On a close thing, here's Martin Rautenbach, and this is the closest that I can see on the back of Hannes van Beek. Ooh, hang on. Gideon Renner, look at this. Oh, so close, they're side by side. Gideon Renner and Jean Leroux. Jean Leroux, the Rosas, McLaren Polizia car. Gideon Renner all over him, trying to find a way. Goes up the outside into Leerkop. Now he falls back in line, and it's going to be a move here into Crocodiles. You come out of Leerkop that close, guaranteed there's a move coming. Let's watch it happen. Gideon Renner, is he going up the inside? He is. Sends it past Jean Leroux. Kind of brakes earlier, but Gideon outbrakes himself. Jean comes back up the inside. I think the BM's done enough. It has. And so through they go. Oh, and he hammers the curb in the sand trap. Very slow coming out. And now the McLaren's next to him. And kind of doesn't get Ingwe right. And Renner manages to get away from him. And the position is done. Gideon Renner, 22nd. Daniel Rowe in the pits. He's done in 25th. And here comes the McLaren. He's trying to come back. I tell you what, he was next to him. I don't know why he braked so early. Why is Daniel Rowe still in the pits? He should have been out by now. This is a drama here. Has Daniel Rowe got a mechanical problem? Oh, this is big drama for Hybrid Academy. He's not coming out. Ego Krobler's not coming out. Down in 31st. Why are they pitting so long? The plot thickens, people. Have to come back and see what happens or what transpires there. But right, Kieran Patterson, 32 minutes left for PWSR. He is out in the lead, and he is ahead of Jordan by a couple of seconds. Certainly not enough to pit and come out ahead. Correct, Adam, 8 seconds back behind Jordan. So the question is not if, but when is Patterson coming in? It's going long, 32 minutes and 30 seconds left. Okay. Your road now down in 30th. Probably in 32nd. I seriously don't understand that. They didn't have drive-throughs. I don't know why they took or stood so long. But they're now literally at the back of the Casbago in 32nd. But we're going to have to see what kind of a drive back he gets coming back from 32nd. I'm intrigued to find out what that was all about. I don't know if you guys know anything on. They were in for an exorbitant amount of time. Okay, let's have a look what's going on. 12th place, W. Polskink. And this is for position. He's all over the back of Morgan McCall. Oh, what's that BM in the sand? That is Van der Merwe, I believe. That was Mac van der Merwe. Go back and watch that drama happen for him. Oh, he hit that sausage curb. He manages to miss the wall, but that's dropped him down a few positions. So JW Volkswagen closing in and trying to hang on to the back of Morgan McCall. These guys are pitted. We've got 4 people still to pit, including Kieran Patterson, the leader, Lotus Kirstine, and Bernsey King. Navarro, some people getting DC'd. Wayne van Skalkwyk was the first to pits and whatnot, 34. Darren Miller, he's gone. So he's 33rd. So Vago Krobler is 32nd. Officially last on the track. But now look, their pits haven't changed. So what is going on here? It didn't register their pit stop. I have no clue. I tell you what, I can't. I've got nothing to add. They were Daniel Rowe. He was in 4th place. He's now 2nd last. 2 laps down. They've been in the pits for they were in the pits for over a minute. It's like whatever they've done didn't register as a pit stop. You can see they've still got yellow next to their name, so it is bad luck. Up in the front, Justin Lotus is in the pits. There he is. So he's getting his pit stop done. JW Volkswagen looking at Morgan McCall. These guys the closest up at the front end. And JW trying to claw his way, or he is in the top 10, trying to climb up as much as he can. Patterson goes into the pits from the lead. So this is going to be Sherritt and Adam. They're going to drive through for take over 1st and 2nd. And then it's the gap back from where Kieran Patterson comes out the pits to who's in 4th place. Let's certainly hope he does get out of the pits and there isn't a bug or a problem at the moment, because can't tell you what happened. Everybody else pitted okay, but Daniel Rowe and Vago Krobler, their pit took forever and a day and it didn't clear. Right, Sherritt goes past. So Tariq Adam coming past shortly. There he goes. So Tariq back into 2nd. Kieran still in the pits. Eric Kirstine now in 4th and chasing. Who still has to pit? Eric Kirstine 54 seconds back, and here he comes. Kieran Patterson's out the pits. There he goes. This is going to be close. Kirstine's coming up next to him. not really a problem because Kirstein still has to pit. But the problem is B. Kruger. And Brandon Kruger, here he comes. He's only just come through the kink and towards Crowthorne. And he is 15 seconds behind Kieran Patterson. So that's net 4th place, Brandon Kruger. Burnsy still to pit in 5th. And then Christian Deploy not that far back behind him. Christian Deploy will then inherit 5th place once Christine and Burnsy pit. So there we go. A little bit of a shuffle. So, Bar is saying some drama in the Discords and other people disconnecting, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think, 98% of everything's gone according to plan. It's not going to change for that 2%. And the Raceface servers and the config systems are pretty much rock solid. I mean, we've done 12-hour, we've done a 24-hour with Raceface before with no problems. The endurance setup and specialist systems, their server backends, network speeds, it's all good, man. So anyway, it's not debate what is out of our control. Deploy. How far back is he? He's 2.3 seconds off the back of Brandon Kruger. And closing in. Morgan McCall. Oh, Morgan McCall on the back of Christopher Radloff now. And JW Forsking following suit. Here comes a good dice. So we'll watch these three for a bit. Morgan into Crowthorne. Looking. Has to back out a bit. Radloff positioning the BMW. And Volskenk is now going to get a huge opportunity to close in. He has to take a little avoiding action to not run into that Mercedes. So here we go. This for 8th, 9th and 10th, which will become 6th, 7th and 8th when the two cars ahead of them pit. Yes, agreed. It could be location related. I mean, I had my father was going up and down here in Cape Town between 6 and 8 o'clock. I had 3 or 4 internet dropouts. So who knows? Who knows where the issue is? But somewhere there's an issue for sure. I don't know where Bega is in Rowe. I think Rowe is in Stellenbosch. So yeah, Baker is also down here in Cape Town somewhere. Oh, look at this. Look at Morgan. Jeez, he can't get any closer than that. He's round the outside into Crocodiles. Radloff positioning the BM. They have to go line by line back out of it through Cheetah. There we go. W runs a bit deep, but he's there. He wants to be right on the tail here coming out of Ingwe. I'm going to the helicopter view because this is going to be hectic. Radloff snaking down the straight, trying to break the toe. The Mercedes is there. Now they stay there. The Mercedes is looking. JW takes the normal racing line. He closes right up on the back of the Mercedes. Through Yukske. Barbecue onto the little back straight. And Van der Merwe's right also there behind Volsking. So let's hang around here for a bit. Nothing too dramatic happening elsewhere. Jason, you're right. I'm on Frogfoot. As I said, I went up and down. They had a huge outage this morning, apparently. Kieran was saying they were off for like, I don't know, an hour. And now again, 6 o'clock. Between 6 and 8, there were 4 up and downs, or down and ups. So I just get on a down detector on my cell phone and I just say error, or I log post an error, and and then you can see there anyway. So I know Frogfoot's having a drama. That possibly could be what's affected these guys. But they haven't had a disconnect. This is what's so funny. Oh, JW, he outbrakes himself completely. That's amazing that he didn't turn that Mercedes round. But that's given that position to Van der Merwe. Oh, and further back. It is that Ryan Ottens. It is going to go back 10 seconds. Ryan Ottens gets a drive. Oh, you can't go through there like that. I don't know why you even try to do that, Ryan. JW had to turn in. It's a kink. It's a high-speed corner. And I think it was self-inflicted. Right, Bernard King in 7th. Yet to pit with 22 minutes to go. Eric Kirstein in 4th. Also a long run here for him. Sean Spitt at a 15th. He's super close as they break into Crowthorne. Sean Skitter and Justin Lotus, they're almost side by side. Into sunset we go. Looking for some close deltas elsewhere. Van Wyk is half a second off the back of Jacques Nadir behind these two. Up ahead, Van der Merwe on McCall. Oh, the position's changed. Mac just went past Morgan down the hill. I'll go back 10 seconds, we should see it. No, it's happened already. Mac van der Merwe passes Morgan McCall around Leocorp. Mac now looking at the back of Christopher Radloff as they come through Cheetah and into the final turn. This isn't over either. They're all there or thereabouts. Let's go to the helicopter. Thank you. Radloff now having to watch his mirrors. Van der Merwe. Yow. Yow. Ooh. Almost 3 abreast now. Oh my word, look at this. And Van der Merwe goes past Radloff. Mac moves up into 8th place, Radloff 9th, and Morgan had to back out of all of that, and just there behind him, JW Volskink hanging on to 10 after that little moment through Cheetah. So 20 minutes left, and we still await the pit of Kirstein and B. King. To the back of Bago's doing. So Bago's still... Bago's gone. Bago and Rowe are both disconnected. They are no longer here, so no clue if they pitched them. Sorry guys, yeah, we've got to see and hear what tires on scored from them. I think they must have been. I guess saying a DC across all servers, not a mass DC, but it is occurring, and well, it's just weird if you ask me. Lindsay King, Eddie Kirstein still to pit. So come on guys, let's see where you guys are going to pit. Is my mouse gone? Need a camera tool. We go Eric Kirstein in 4th place. Brandon Kruger, he's actually just gone past him, I think. Yeah, he has. So Eddie Kirstein's driving the absolute rubber off those tires right now. I'm sure he'll be coming into the pit shortly. We'll watch him as he comes here through Crocodiles. pace is coming off. He's now doing 143.6s. His quickest was a 142.3. I'm sure we'll see him head left right here. And he doesn't. Thanks, Eddie. Eric, thanks, buddy. What about you, Burnsy? You gonna come in? Yes, no? No. Thanks. Like it. Radloff goes, something happened. Radloff has passed Volskenk. So he's up into 10th. Volskenk for 8 tenths back. Hannes van Beek. Oh, all over the back of the Lexus of Nordea. Watch this. You guys are having an awesome race here. Yes. DCs could have been load shedding. That could be. It's interesting stuff, Jason. Nice that you get an email. I don't get an email. What the heck? Anywho, got 20 people watching. Excellent to have you all on board. Hope you're enjoying this live coverage of round 1 of season 9 of the Raceface.Pro GT3 Championship. Van Beek looking right, left, and right again. He wants past Nordea's Lexus, trying to make up positions. Super close. We can hang on and get a draft down the hill here, down the mine shaft, and we'll see if Hannes can pull something out going into Crocodiles, because he has had a go earlier this evening. Yeah, no, look, I'm down here in Parklands. I'm also on Frogfoot, and I didn't disconnect from this server or from the game, but as I say, I was flapping and I was on and off the net between 6 and 8 for, you know, about 20 minutes each time, 3 times. Even Kieran, he was off just before 8 o'clock, and I had to talk him through it, and he got back online and walked into the driver's briefing. So, yeah, the nets are horribly unstable wherever the drama is and whatever's going on. But other than that, I haven't seen of any other DCs or any dramas. Things all look good. Not that I can see them, to be fair. Van Beek still looking to get past Nordea. He can't get this right, and this is now a few laps in. And they're now all arriving on the back of Justin Lotus up ahead. So this is now turning into a 3-way battle. Those of you on the YouTube that arrived late, if you missed the opening, you need to watch it. Don't re-watch the start of the stream. The new Raceface.Pro presents video, kindly been done by Chris DeSantis, my teammate, and it's awesome. So great to have that done, and some amazing footage and soundtrack to beat all others. Out these 3, here we go through Cheetah. As you see it, it's Lotus, Nordea, Van Beek. Like on Nordea is a sandwich, Kinetic Sim works, and also really wanting to try and get past Justin Lotus. Oh, 13.5 minutes left of this 80-minute race, meaning Burnsy King and Eddie Kirstein have essentially been driving the same tyres for 69 minutes. Jeez, And I'm convinced they're going to be pitting shortly. Right, Morgan McCall, let's go to 8th place. Look at this. Morgan McCall on the back of Mac van der Merwe. Down they come from down the mine shaft from Leeuwkop. And Morgan wanting this position. Oh, so close there. And the BMW takes an odd line and he gets very poor drive out there. I think Morgan's got it here. They're up against the pit line. Mac van der Merwe in the pit lane. Morgan moves across for the traditional braking point. Does the undercut. Yet the BMW squirrely and the Mercedes comes up the inside. He's not right next to him, but he's close. And he backs out of it. Right, Burnsy King in the pits. Eddie Kirstein still out. And there in the back we can see Volskenk. He now comes up into 9th place with that Burnsy King pit, who completes his pit without any dramas. I mean, so did the did Baker and the other car then actually DC while they were sitting in the pits, and that's why the pit was so long? Then they reconnected and still drove out on the track? I don't know. Very odd. Such bad luck. Bad luck, guys. Whatever happened. Right. Eric Kirstein in 6th place. He's the last man to pit, and we're down to 11 minutes left. So he's literally been driving that car for 69 minutes. Cars must be finished. Van der Merwe hanging on to the BMW and holding on to position. This for 7th place. And trying to keep back the big Mercedes of Morgan McCall. JJ McClure, there you are. I think you're a bit late, but anyway, glad that you could make it. 100%. AMR's definitely on point at this track. As I say, we're going to have to wait and see what transpires through the season at the other tracks. But I think it's quick all the way. In place. Jaco Nordia looking at the back of Justin Lotus. Justin Lotus runs defensive into Crowthorne. Jaco around the outside has to pull back in. And Van Wyk right there as well. Some good dicing going on here, boys. There's 3 abreast going into sunset. They are. Justin Lotus takes his racing line. Jaco Nordia in the Lexus up the inside into Clubhouse. They're now side by side. Bounces off the curb. Now they're 3 abreast going to the Essies. Oh, hold my beer. Watch this. Van Wyk, he hijacks both of them. That's 2 positions from Clubhouse to Essies. And Jaco Nordia, he gets a huge drive. Punts the back of Van Wyk's Aston, but he's up the road and into Leeuwkop. And that is... that's a bit of opportunistic racing right there. That was great stuff. In fact, that's replay worthy. Look at these 3. Oh, a little bit of a bump and RG. They're slaying each other down, and the Aston Martin just sails up the inside, clean through into the SEs. Maybe runs a bit hot. The Lexus gets a huge drive, a little bit of a tap up the hill, but all good. And he's probably really mad that he did all the work to take that position, and then Hannes van Wyk just took both of them. Like it. Good stuff. So, Hannes, there he is. And Jaco Nordia's not finished with him. 8 minutes to go, and here comes... gee, look at the power and the speed of the Lexus down the straight. Braking into Crowthorne, and stays out wide because there we see one of the GTWR cars. That's our leader, Jordan Sherritt, coming through, and everybody obeying the blue flags as they get them. Hannes van Wyk now, I'm sure he'll probably just lift slightly. There's the flashing, and Jordan goes up the inside. Hannes stays out and lets the leader through. Very nice and good clean racing. Jordan Sherritt on 42 laps. And on his way. Eddie Kirstein finally pits. Yes. That's, how much is that? 72.5 minutes on the same set of tires. That car must be on fumes. So, Eric in the pits from 6th place, and he's going to drop back at least 4, maybe 6 positions. He's probably looking for 3 liters. The stop's going to be quick. Who knows if he's even putting tires on. I'm sure he will. He's been in there quite long, actually. So, there's out. So, yeah, that was possibly just a splash and dash. You drop in 9, 10 liters and go again. He's out in 13th place, just ahead of these guys. And he gets a stop go 30 because he sped into the pit lane, or he sped out of the pit lane. So, that is the end of that for Eric Kirstein. I'm sorry, buddy. It's just that is the worst penalty you can get. Eish. Alright. Let's go through the field. Here's the man, Jordan Sherritt. 43 laps. He is going through Yekske Barbecue and on his way. Tariq Adam. What's the gap back to Tariq? It just comes through Barbecue now. Probably about 8-10 seconds, give or take. It's 10.3 seconds in 2nd place. GTWR cars 1 and 2. 3rd place, it's the PWSR Aston Martin of Kieran Patterson. And he is on the same lap, coming through Barbecue there. So he's probably about 18 seconds off the back of Tariq Adam. Let's wait for him to go through the first sector. 23 seconds. There we go. Brandon Kruger, he comes through Barbecue, so he's about 10 or 11 seconds off the back of Kieran Patterson in 4th place. 13 seconds, is it? That brings Christian Deploy, it's not that far back, into 5th place, and that rounds out your top 5. Oh, Christian Deploy, commentator's curse. He just went straight through sunset. Missed his braking point completely there. And there's the penalty being issued for Eric Kirstein. Stop go 30-second for speeding in the pit lane. Stop fast enough, quick enough, I suppose. Better English. Morgan McCall, quickly. Yo, look at this. Morgan McCall in the back of Mac van der Merwe. So this is 6th place. With 4.5 minutes left, so at least 3 more laps. Off we come off the Leerkop, down the mine shaft, flat sticks down into Crocodiles. Multiple lines through this corner. Mac van der Merwe positioning that BM right where it needs to be. Morgan gets a good drive, but can't actually go round there or up the inside. He's now on the outside into Ingwe. Now he pulls back in and does the undercut. And does do the undercut. He is now next to that BMW down the straight. Go to the helicam. Oh, he pulls back in. He's going to draft Van der Merwe all the way down the straight. Van der Merwe is going to stay up against the curb. Now moves across. Morgan brakes. Tries to take the outside line around Crowthorne. Oh, wow, that was close. He's trying hard. Both drivers driving exceptionally well. And on they come for another lap there in the background. JW Volskink now into 8th. In fact, got past Ryan Otten. So, JW Volskink for PWSR Bravo up into 8th place. Morgan McCall still on it. 3 minutes to go. Trying to find a way past. Go on board and watch this. See if he's doing any major wrestling with the wheel. Right, through the top of Leeuwkop they go. Now they come down the mine shaft. It's in the toes. They come through here. No lifting, flat out. 235 kilometers an hour into the braking zone. Comes through Crocodiles in second. Gets a big drive. Has to lift. Now through Cheetah. Very close. Looking up the inside. Decides against it. Now gets a drive out of Ingwe again, and down the main straight they come. Let's watch the top speed of this Mercedes down to the braking line. Van der Merwe in the middle of the track. Morgan not close enough. Mercedes at 240, 242 I saw as they brake. This isn't over. Between now and the end of the race, I can't tell you who is going to be 6th place. These guys are going at it. Oh, Morgan is right there. Just got to get the right drive. He's almost up the inside as they go through. Oh, and Eric Kirstein is busy completing his stop-go 30 in the pits. So here he goes down the field. Sorry, Eric. I feel for you in that stop-go, man. Now, JJ, how good is that video, man? I will probably end the stream off with the video as well. So if you don't want to go back and watch it, it'll be at the end of the video. It's exceptionally good. Great movie making. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. There's a drama here somewhere. Oh, it's been cleared already. Mac van der Merwe making that M4 as wide as he can. And then some. Now Morgan looking up the inside. Into Ingwe. Outbrakes himself. It's a block pass of note. And on the main straight they come. And the BMW gets the drive. And pulls back in front. I can't say Morgan's not trying, man. This is some excellent racing. You can see where the lead is. Jordan. Here he comes. It's his last time through Crocodiles. Oh, unless he's going to lift. No, he will. Is he going to go over for another lap? No, he's not. 5 seconds. That should be that, I think. And there's the checkered flag. So, Jordan Sherrod, first place for GTWR R8G Academy. So, Rick Adam comes over the line. That's first, second, and third. First and second. Kieran Patterson, EWSR, coming through Cheetah. Great clean race for him. Once he finally managed to get rid of the challenges from Daniel Rowe and everybody else, and very happy, as you can see. Brandon Kruger for Kinetic Simworks. He will take 4th, but I don't know if he'll keep it. With a little bit of early dramas. Christian Deploy. Kinetic Simworks Racing C squared, and he comes through for a 5th place. Mac van der Merwe looks like he's going to hold on to it. Oh, here we go. Oh wow, that's BMW, I think, of Lotus. Morgan tried everything in his power for that position, and I tell you what, Mac van der Merwe did awesomely well. They come through for 5th and 6th respectively. AW Volskank, he comes then into, I don't think he's in 7th. Yeah, no, Tarek's disconnected. So that was 8th. So that's probably the field. See if I can go and get the timing screen up. Back here. There we go. Jordan Sherrod, 18 minutes, 47 laps, winner. Rick Adam in second, Patterson third, Kruger fourth, Deploy fifth, and Mac van der Merwe doing really well to put that BMW in amongst all those Aston Martins. Morgan McCall, that was huge effort from him in the Mercedes-Benz, and JW Volskank into 8th. He did get 8th. 9th, Ryan Ottens, who had a little problem there that we saw in the Cheetah Sand Trap, and Jason McGregor rounds out your top 10. So there we go. Awesome racing, excellent excellent show. Unfortunate for a couple of drivers. We'll have to see what transpires from that, but that's it from me for tonight. I'm going to end off with the official new Raceface video. Thanks for joining me on the YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed the coverage, and I will see you somewhere next week for the next round. So good, take care, have a good weekend, and see you soon.